Some call the John Brown Bell in Marlborough the second most important bell in American history. The bell in Marlborough has a deep tie to both the North and the South, but the people of West Virginia and Massachusetts disagree who is entitled to it.
It belongs to the United States government and it needs to be returned to the Harpers Ferry National Historic Park.
What they think in West Virginia, I think, is in large part wrong. Mr. Swint seems to believe that we need a piece of paper that says that we're justified in taking the bell. My reply to that was, well, where's the paper that says that the government even owned it?
The journey of John Brown and the bell is a hazy but compelling one because of the person it was named after. At a young age, John Brown saw the atrocities of slavery, which stuck with him, and he made a vow to try and end it. Brown led the raid on Harpers Ferry, which is now modern-day West Virginia. His rebellion against slavery eventually led to him being lynched. Town historian Paul Brodeur explains why this bell made a significant impact on the Marlborough community.
The same guys who took the bell from the bell tower met some of the slaves, and they invited them to come and settle in Marlborough.
With everything going on during the Civil War, the John Brown Bell was a mere observer of the events going on around it. The connection comes after Brown's death.
The bell was not on the firehouse during John Brown's raid. It was put on afterwards as a cautionary effort in case something like that should happen again.
After the Civil War, the bell was brought from Charlestown, West Virginia, all the way to Massachusetts, where it's been ever since. A former broker from West Virginia, Howard Swint, who now advocates for the removal of Confederate statues, says this bell has a bigger meaning for the people of West Virginia.
It would be a way of bridging north from south, and it would also be in keeping with the movement that's going on right now in our country, and that's reconciling the Confederate memorials and statues, not to be destroyed, but to be put into a museum with the proper interpretive signage to say, this is what used to count as a symbol of honor. It is no longer. We don't put up people who were slaveholders and fought for the Confederacy.
Both parties from the North and the South do think there could be some common ground. Marlborough says
there's nothing that prevents the bell from making an occasional excursion to the South. Bring it down there with great fanfare and display the bell for a period of time. Bring it back and, you know what? Tell the story of the bell in Marlborough.
And if the bell was returned to West Virginia, they say
a new bell would be cast from the duplicate of the original John Brown bell and could be put back in Marlborough, along with interpretive signings saying that the people of Massachusetts finally did the right thing and this is what we're going to commemorate. We'll call it the Marlborough Accord.
Seems like this piece of American history will always be up for debate, but as of now, the John Brown Bell stays in Marlborough. Stacey Sergasoon, WMCT News.